Welcome to 3-Word Story, the podcast where we take 3 words from a random-ass place using the app, these 3 words, and improv the shit out of a story. Today on 3-Word Story.
It was like licking a cat. I was like,
It's
okay,
like this.
yeah.
Let me hear you say, "This shit is bananas right." Sir Dillington of Dillface the Fourth, as like the Earl of Sandwhich himself, how are you today, my sandwich-loving Scooby-Doo of a friend?
Yeah, let me roll with that. I'm not going to do a Scooby-Doo impression. All right, Raggy. No,
you're right, you're not.
That was not.
You're not.
That was kind of like Scrappy-Doo with a bit of Bane involved, which I know is
It's a show I want to see. Have you seen the... It's not catchphrase. What's the one where you have that game...
Just lift your hands higher in case...
And it's good for the podcast as well, so everyone can see this. You know that game where there's panels on a wall and you need to guess the words, but you guess letters and then they turn the letters around if you get the word. So it's like, let's say it's hello sausage, right?
Yeah.
Name of my cat, and it's on my mug. It would be there like blank, Hello. You don't know the letters, but it'd be those, and then dash, and then sausage blank, and you would say H, and they would turn around the first one, and then you would say L, and then they would turn the 2 L's around, and you'd be like, okay, hello. Yes, right, got the first word, and then so on.
Yes.
Makes sense?
Right.
And there was an episode where it was completely blank, except for... No, it was completely blank. And the guy went, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo. And
out
bam,
of the blue. And that was that.
Bam, just done it. Because there was a hyphen, and I think he probably thought, like, there was the and the hyphen. So I just... It was incredible, right? Yeah. So he goes Shaggy and Scooby-Doo, and then the presenter, for whatever reason, goes as Scooby would say, it's like he's just choking on a dick for no reason. I can't believe you've never seen that. It is classic.
Well, is this a British show, right?
No, I think it's British and American. I think. I don't know if it's predominantly American, but it's a good show. It was. I don't know if it's around now, but it was around for a long time.
You know, And I've recently kind of seen different pages linked to obviously like the English kind of media and then the Irish, because you got the English memes and then you got the Irish memes and then you got... So I've gone into some of these pages and then they show like famous memes from then, and it's like, whose horse is that? It's like for the Irish, and I guess that's what they...
In 1750. Classic memes. Whose horse is that?
Whose horse is that? So I thought like, okay, well, maybe it's one of those British kind of snippets. I just need to go through the page where I might just find this, but don't worry, I'll Google this and
you'll find it. You can go down that rabbit hole.
Okay. I did see the one with Fanny Schmeller.
That's a good one. Fanny Schmeller. Try not to laugh. And there's one at the horse races where there's the presenters in the studio and they're going to pass it over to the presenter interviewing someone, and they're really posh people who sound like this. They're very horsey people. And he sees the camera, he's the presenter, and he sees the camera and he goes, over to you, John, and oh, you're with a beautiful lady. It's a man, actually, Jeff.
But actually, in that video, you just see the man kind of darting his eyes around, being like,
"Who do I hit? Who the fuck do I hit?" It's a man, actually, Jeff. So, anyway, well, I hope your first kiss was nothing like the confusion of a woman or a man. Otherwise, or it is. So I guess we'll find out.
We don't discriminate them.
Apparently.
Sorry.
On the official record we do not discriminate. If anyone asks, Dylan, we do not discriminate.
Yeah,
okay,
you
fucking
right,
honky
Dylan.
bitch. Right. So, Dylan, your first kiss. Where was it? And what was it like?
You know what? I'm going to give you a bit of a backstory, but I'm going to try and keep it on track. So it was in Centurion, right? I was 16. But it was, I think it's there and there about. I actually think I just turned 16. It was like 12 days after my 16th birthday. Who's counting?
let me just check my shrine to this moment.
No, because I remember I had this thing of being like, oh fuck, Dylan, why am I the like last person to have kissed a girl? So I don't. So that's why it kind of sunk in, but.
On the 12th day past his birthday.
The birthday of his 16th.
Master Jacobs finally locked lips with a young rapscallion of a lady.
So no, it was...
Funny enough, she was 16 days after her 12th birthday, is that right?
Yeah, but it was also not on the lips. Sorry. It was on her hand, because I was... Just relax, James. Get your mind out the gutter. No, so... It was Centurion Mall, so Centurion, the kind of the place where I grew up, the town where I grew up, and then Centurion Mall, which was obviously the mall. But this was, it had a lake in front of the mall, so it was kind of a scenic thing. And some of my best childhood memories was this fountain show that would then appear in this lake, or like the middle of the lake, whatever. And I just remember, wow, this is some of my favorite places to be.
Man, I want to make out with a woman right in front of that.
Well, I like, again, I thought it would be a scenic place to take the girls. However, what I did not realize was the lake had, it was more so probably a river running through it, so probably not a lake. But
sorry, are we getting to the call? Right, hang on a minute. Right, hang on. It wasn't a lake. Sorry, we're having a crisis here. Like, hang on a fucking minute.
Hold on.
This is not a lake at all. Because I've been lied to.
Because I'm looking at this map and I'm like, hold on, was that an actual fucking? So it's the Henops River. However, it's not.
Oh God, we are in crisis right now, right? Anyway. Hang on. Boop, 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 boop. Hello, is this the Centurion Mall? Did you know that your lake is not a fucking lake at all? It's a river. I want my money back. I want my childhood kiss back. How dare you?
I don't know what the issues were, but that lake, so that's why I thought it's no longer a lake. It became stagnant and it became because the water wasn't that clean, like it became this fucking stagnant body of water that just stank by the time I was then 16. So I actually
perfect time to schlep your first kiss.
So in all honesty, just that setting, no, it wasn't
it wasn't arousing.
No, it wasn't just the pure setting of it. No, it was to start off with, it wasn't great, but I'll go into details of that a bit later while actually using my 3 words and telling this particular story. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So we're going to
sandwich it in.
Sandwich. You're going to John Montague the shit out of this one.
Attempt to.
Very nice. Well, that sounds good. I mean, I love the factual stories. And you'll be pleased to know
because I can't do the others.
Well, that's good. I believe you can, Dylan. I believe you can do wonderful stories and I enjoy them utmost greatly.
Yes,
and
tell us.
So my first kiss, I believe... casting my mind back, I would have been around the 12, 13 persuasion. Now, you've got to understand in the UK, we are vagrants and vile and disgusting, and we do everything far too young. Or so I believe. The people that I hang out with. Okay, at least I did. You know what, Dylan? I'm a prick. That's who it is. So you drink too early, you kiss too early, you have relations too early. Too much before you understand what's going on. But
yeah.
It is what it is. We get there, Dylan. So there we are. And it was actually at the rugby club that I played at. And it was at half time. And me in the second row got a bit... No, we didn't really.
That was me and the hooker.
And I didn't have to pay this one, which is great.
Because you ran away because you played backline.
Yeah, I was like, oh, what's that? I'd already warmed him up through the whole first half. So he was ready to go. So, no, Dylan. Halas! It was not indeed this rumpy pumpy with another player. It was in the evening, and there was some event happening at the rugby club, and there was a lady who I went to school with and took my fancy and blah-de-blah-de-blah. And I was the most frigid of young gentlemen, and I felt like everyone else was kissing and doing X, Y, and Z, and I just did not know what to do, how to do it, or where to even start.
That was me. However, I was 16. so you were 12. Ish.
Yeah, ish,
Right.
around about that time. And then I was fumbling around, not knowing where to begin. And as we know, ladies tend to mature faster than men do, or boys. So she was very much ready and raring to go for a schmooch. I was not. And it basically took her to eventually grab me by the ears and the face and just to smooch me. And my recollection was I was just basically like a dog licking a bowl and did not know what the fuck I was doing. And for any other part of that memory, I've completely eroded from my mind because it was horrible.
So.
It was horrible in every single way and tainted the rugby club for me somewhat because I did not want the place where I played rugby to also be the place I had my first kiss. It's very confusing for a young lad. But hey-ho, we move on. But now you'd be pleased to know that I smooch like a professional. I know that it's not a dog bowl-ness anymore, and I'll show you later, Dylan. I'll show you later.
I just wanted to say, you are advocating way too hard.
And is it suspicious that we're now doing the podcast at my house, which is in a very romantic setting? Do you want me to put the candles out, or should I take the red light off?
Why not?
Okay.
Because apparently I said apparently again. We don't discriminate, so yeah, sure.
Apparently, we take... Official line from Dylan, but apparently we don't discriminate.
Yeah.
Dylan Jacobs running for office.
Yeah.
Apparently we don't discriminate. So,
Right.
your 3 words, Dylan, to your story are
Heels. Touches.
okay, yeah.
And blocking.
Oh wow, that couldn't have been better for a first kiss
And
story.
I'm being serious. It is literally to the exact location. If you type in heels, touches, blocking, it's got the view of the lake, of the stagnant fucking water. And you could just imagine. Anyway.
Delicious. Well, I can't believe that has played out so wonderfully for you. I'm very happy for you. So my 3 words to the place in the rugby club where I believe it's pretty much the exact are banana, noises, and activism. Banana, noises, and activism. Capiche?
Capiche?
So, again, we've not got the Tom suite out because we are very ill-prepared and shit. So we will go back to the age-old method of what finger is behind what side of my back.
That sounds so mature. Like the fucking grown men sitting.
Just someone looking through the patio door.
Guess which hand has got
How
the
many
finger
fingers
up?
am I holding up?
Okay, well, in that case, finger up.
Yes, it is. You're trying to find finger up. So, yes.
Yes, so your right hand, arm, right?
My right arm.
Right arm.
So you believe this one has the finger
or
up.
your right hand, not your right arm as your...
Okay, because my
finger
arm
up.
can't have a finger up. So you believe that this arm right here,
Yes.
so you'll be doing the first story, has the hand.
Yes.
There we are,
There we
Dylan.
go.
There it is. So just to confirm, can you confirm for the audience that indeed that you have picked the one with the finger up?
It is the one with the finger up, and it doesn't have to be the middle finger, but I'm experiencing it to be the middle finger.
It's just...
I feel this...
It's my most elongated finger, and I really
Elongated.
wanted to get... Because we're sat at the end of the long ways of a table,
Uh-huh.
and I just really want to get this clear to you that you have picked the finger.
Right.
Yeah?
I read you loud and clear, James. Thank you.
Wonderful. Because this is what it would look like on the other
On
finger.
the other finger.
So that would be down, and then this
this
is...
would
Just
be
so
up.
you know, if you ever pick this hand, that's what it looks like, okay? And if you had both of them, that's what it would look like, just so you know.
Yeah.
We all happy?
Yeah, we're all happy.
Delightful. So, Biggeth of Deeth of Dillington, Willington, you are the first one up today for your 3-word story.
Drop it down low with 3-word story.
Right, so it all began... It all began on the chatting platform called WeChat. WeChat.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You have to fill me in on this one. No, we were an MSN Messenger kind of group of people. MSN Messenger, you know, the boom, boom, boom.
Oh,
And you could nudge people.
oh yeah, like that. But that was the MSN. Like it was what do they call it? Like not a group chat, but like a
instant
internet
messenger.
room.
Yeah.
Whatever. But
Phones, like, so was WeChat on the phone?
WeChat was on the phone. They actually still use it today, but I believe like China predominantly uses WeChat.
I've heard of it.
Like,
To me, it sounds newer than.
It's fairly. It was definitely not as old as like something we had was Mixit before that, like MXIT. But that was literally a message on your phone, like pretty standard. You couldn't view profile pictures. You almost had no idea.
Pedophiles' playground.
Yeah. But WeChat was a bit more friendly. You can kind of actually see who you're chatting with, or it was. But there was some way, I think, how you could match numbers. So it did have like a matching feature.
Okay.
And obviously for a 16-year-old boy, I was like, okay, well, let's kind of see what we can do with this app.
So how it can help my penis is basically what a 16-year-old boy would.
Yeah, definitely.
How can this application here affect my penis in a positive way?
In a positive way. So,
Which leads to innovation, so that's good.
So eventually I matched with a particular girl, but then it was also my mate kind of, I guess, swiping or matching with the same girl. And then
A menage a trois.
and then another girl matched with the both of us again.
Ooh,
so we
a
had like a two
quattro.
I was ready for it. I was ready.
La penis, la penis, la vagine, la vagine. Sounds like a good first day for me.
Either way, so I knew right. It's myself and me mate, and we are going to go on a double date. However, who gets who?
Okay.
Right.
So paint the picture for us, please. So you have two lady friends.
Two lady friends.
Are we talking equal grounds? And look, we're not objectifying because officially we do not apparently discriminate. But there are levels to things. People have different tastes.
Yes.
So these two women, were they of equal standing to you as a 16-year-old lad?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Oh.
No, plain and simply, no. And I can tell you up until today, like, don't get me wrong, and not that it matters what they look like today, but my good friend from back then is still one of my best mates. And he knew I got the raw end of the deal.
Yeah.
Right. And to kind of explain the story, we ended up going to a restaurant. Nobody had committed to anybody. It was just
a free for
like, it was like, okay, let's see how it goes.
Nature take it.
And then whoever organically draws to who, like, will kind of take it as is. Because, again, I want my mate to kind of get laid or then kiss, whatever.
Get
some.
laid.
Get some. And he wishes probably the best for me. Actually, not probably. He wishes the best for me. So we went out. We went to Parrots, was the restaurant's name. And we were 16 at the time. And we actually asked the waiter to say, please, these virgin cocktails, could we not do virgin cocktails?
And you weren't talking about the girls at this point?
No.
Okay, right.
No, the actual, so the cocktails.
Yeah.
But, and for an extra $100-$200, he actually looked the other way and brought us the
phenomenal stuff. And just a glance at this waiting staff, he was how old?
Considerably older, so probably 30s, mid-30s.
Oh, goodness.
That was kind of weird.
Let's reflect
now
on
in retrospect, yeah.
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Okay.
Like,
but no, we were like...
Just for a couple of $100, I'll put some alcohol in it.
Well, no, I can't say that, but no. No, it was really, I think he saw... Right, these kids kind of want to have a bit of fun. Hopefully, they do it responsibly.
Hopefully, they invite me to film it.
No. Hopefully, they do it responsibly enough, which which ended up not happening. But needless to say, we had, and I could actually count, and that's why I knew it was more responsibly.
Sure.
It was like two cocktails and 2 shots, I believe.
Oh wow, shots!
Yeah,
Shots!
We even got shots. However, I have to confess something. If any of you are listening to this, I did not drink the second shot. As you guys leaned back to drink that shot, I just threw it into the glass of water in front
wow.
of me. Yeah,
Bailed at the age. You bitched out at the age of 16.
Yeah,
Jeez, wow.
Because I was like, I really didn't know. It was probably my first time drinking, and I didn't know what the effects would be.
This was a lot of first times in this stage.
Yeah,
Gee
right.
whiz, yeah.
So it was quite an exciting evening for me.
The day that Dylan came of age, truly, of alcohol ingestion, and well, we'll see, I guess, what happens next.
What happens next. And conversation was great, kind of both ways, like me towards this girl, that girl, for Emil, this girl, that girl. And it was kind of difficult to then see which one, the more attractive one, was gravitating towards,
okay.
right? So it was really kind of up in the air. All a bit buzzed, had something to eat. We eventually then decided to go down the steps, which would then have the view of the lake.
Stagnant lake.
Yeah, stagnant lake. It's a bit darker. And then and there, as we kind of went down those steps, it kind of drifted into the obvious directions. And I was the one that was not... I wasn't in the opportune situation.
So if you were, let's say, there was 2 straws. One was the long and desirable straw, and one was the short, less desirable straw. Which straw had you have grasped at this point?
The less desirable one, and actually considerably so. I think this is, in all honesty, like, and I'm not shying away from this, because she was hot. Like, my mate's girl at that particular, but the long straw was a hot straw. I definitely will say that. However, now drifting down, sorry, I forgot even to use words. I forgot we've got stories over here. So basically, as we drifted apart, I was then left alone with this
short
straw that was a tad bit intoxicated, like I probably also was. But man, I really felt alone in that moment. I was like the hills. There we go. There, I worked in my first word, the hills of eyes plot, where they left alone in the desert. Yeah, that was me. I was completely separate, and I was kind of looking over at them thinking, man,
I want that to be my face.
So needless to say, she, I guess, she proceeds to be more touchy-feely.
Well, you're a hunk. I'm sure 16-year-old Dylan was
16-year-old
rock hard
Dylan
and ready to go.
So she then proceeds to be a bit more touchy, and obviously I didn't mind that, because at least I got some touch.
You got some.
Right.
You got some
touch. So I was like, okay, all right. But now this naturally probably means I should lean in for the kiss.
I've seen the YouTube videos. This is what they
do.
say.
Yeah.
Right now is lean in.
I have practiced with the soccer ball many a time, and like the football ball, and I knew it was going to be the exact same. But
interesting choice.
No, but as this was kind of happening, I leaned over, because yes, James, I was very curious about what was going on with my mate and the other girl. So I really leaned over that way
to get a good eye
to kind of get a glimpse, as kind of she was touching and very interested in me. And she looked over and she said, Dylan, no, you more interested in her. And I was like, shit. And she started crying.
Oh, right? Dylan.
and she wanted to turn back, and now I'm looking at my mate thinking,
fuck,
she's going to spoil whatever he's got going on. So I guess where the other word comes in was blocking or cock blocking.
Yeah.
So I was technically blocking this girl, but I didn't want to cock block my mate by me blocking myself. So needless to say, she started crying, and I literally just went in for the kiss. But now she at this particular point, like, her hair is across her face, and she's crying because I'm more interested in what is happening there.
He copped an eye full of someone else.
And I was like, no, and I just leaned in and I went in for the kiss. And I in all honesty, no, I also didn't know what I was doing. I could probably guess how to do it, but I was not ready
Up,
for
down,
the
left, right, up, down.
I was not ready for the mouthful of hair that came along with it.
Oh shit!
So
like
it
making out with Chewbacca.
It was like licking a cat. I was like,
It's
okay,
like this.
yeah.
I've practiced like this for ages. I don't want to lick a cat anymore.
No, I'm done. Done with the cat licking.
Done my days.
So no, I went with this, but the most unromantic moment you could imagine, because you remember, it's like, it stinks. It's because it's not right next to the fucking.
And how was the lake?
Stagnant lake? Yeah. She's fucking still half crying. Like my mouth is dry as shit because I'm nervous. So it doesn't help the fact that there's hair in this whole conglomerate of a fucking situation I've got going. So yeah, I am, but I don't want to kind of retract, because then she was like, then the possibility of her asking, is it not good enough, then would also be there. So I'm kind of sticking this out, and eventually, in all honesty, I just opened my eyes, or kind of was like, fuck, when does this end? So I'm looking around, kind of just continuing the motion. I'm not sure how she felt about it, but that was probably one of the worst kind of, I probably can't be the worst kiss situations, but for me at least, shitty area. I tried keeping my mate out of it by not. I wanted to unblock his cock, and then I wanted to block my cock, and then
it was a dance. You were, and I do wonder how she felt. And funny enough, Dylan, our first guest on the podcast is that girl from the
man. You know what? What happened then, right? So we've gone, just to use the word. So she wanted to touch the heels of eyes. I was alone. Blocking, cock blocking. However, she then caught me with my eyes open again.
Dylan.
16-year-old,
use a tick, man.
No, 16-year-old me probably has ADHD.
Yeah.
And I just got distracted once more. Needless to say, this pissed her off. Rightly so.
Reasonable,
because it was
very reasonable lady.
Right? And I was like, oh, fuck. Busted. And she was done touching me at that particular point, because she stormed off. But not only stormed off, she started running away. And running away. So now, in that moment, I do believe, and I'm not sure, but I do believe my mate and this girl proceeded to share a kiss. They did whatever they did. So hopefully they've got their minute or two of privacy. But then as soon as this girl darted, his moment was over. So I had to catch up, and she would not listen to anything.
I wonder why, didn't I wonder why.
So needless to say, that was
painful.
That was painful.
That was honestly horrible to hear. I've cringed so hard that I don't think anything will ever come out my anus again. It feels like it's completely airtight. What a horrible, horrible first kiss story. I'm so sorry that we have relived that. That was the hair in the mouth.
The hair, the mouth. I mean, the slightly buzzed. She's more upset because, I mean, I guess alcohol also had something to do with it. And
let's not take away, Dylan.
Yeah,
you were a dick.
I was. Yes,
you were a dick.
I wasn't. Yeah, I was definitely not aware of her feelings and her experience.
And I think now would be a great time to apologize to Stagnant Lake Lady. I'm not sure what I will call her. I don't want to name her, but we'll call her Stagnant Lake Lady. Just it's you and her in the room. That there's no one else listening. It's now your apology to Stagnant Lake Lady. Go on.
All right, James.
It's just you and her. This is the opportunity to where you can get this off your chest. You can just get this off your chest. A quick, Stagnant Lake Lady and your hair in your face. I'm sorry,
Yeah, that would be right. So, Angela, I'm noted. I'm just joking. That was really not a name because I would prefer to keep it private for in case this blows up. You never know.
Your smarminess on your face. Then, if it blows up, you never know.
No. To that particular person, I am sorry. I wasn't in the moment. Because comparison is the thief of joy. So sorry.
That was a beautiful apology. I have a tear rolling down my face, and truly for the kids out there listening, for the young adults, for the people who have had awkward interactions, that is a high level of awkwardness, and I appreciate how well it linked to your words. It really perfection, truly perfection. So. Thank you very much, Dylan, for that cringy, horrible, disgusting, but beautifully laid out story. And let's get on with my 3 words.
Drop it down low with 3-word story.
So, today, Dylan, I have a factual, true story for you with the words.
I have never heard that.
Look, Dylan,
from you before. Not at all.
I know.
I don't know what to say.
I know. One day I just want to do a story that's completely made up with no fact. But today I have been a journalist. I have done some journalism for this one. I had to do some digging. I had to do some sleuthing. I had to do some interviews. I had to do some anonymous tips to get the facts of this story.
He said tips, by the way.
Yeah. We got pop guards now, so that should be fine. I'm gonna pet all over this stuff. Stuff. So
good,
Dylan.
Yes.
Here is my journalism for you.
Right.
For those who don't know, I wave my arms a lot, and I don't know why. Hopefully, I don't do this in normal conversation. I should have been an air traffic controller. Is what I should have
definitely.
Yeah. Yes, would have done. Extremely flamboyant,
jazzy today.
Jazz. It's probably all that delicious coffee we've had.
I do say so myself.
So let me hop you in a time machine,
right?
That is also a plane. Because we need to go to a different time in a different location that is not here right now.
Right.
I'm taking you to Bermuda in the early 1990s. So, banana noises activism. I went through and I sleuthed through, and this is what I came today with. I don't know. And I just came, and that was it. I came, and then I had a nap, and then we had this story. So, right. Bermuda. Dylan, you know about the triangle, right?
Yes.
The Bermuda Triangle. Famous. Generally, things were pretty weird around that area, especially in the 90s, thanks to that whole triangle thing. Planes were going missing, boats never to be seen again.
I've watched the Scooby-Doo episode, I have.
Yeah, and it was as factual as the one about the sandwich as well. And so you'll know about, so please, Dylan, if you've seen something as informational as Scoobith Doobith,
you really committed for that one.
Then, come on, tell me something. What do you know about the Bermuda Triangle?
Well, now you're kind of putting me on the spot, but I know it's 3 different. Obviously, it's a triangle.
No way. Are you gonna explain a fucking triangle?
That was a real fucking moment where I literally air signaled what a triangle is. I'm like 3 different points.
Right. Okay.
However, I'm not too sure where the 3 points were. I think it was like somewhere in the Florida Keys was one. I think maybe New York, the other one, and then a bit more to the east. I'm not sure exactly what point it was, but yeah, roughly that area. I'm not sure if it's slightly lower down, but yeah, the planes, boats, etc. It always seems to be the jamming signal, and they tend to go missing.
Yeah, some weird shit going on around there.
So nobody really knows.
No one really knows. And as we know, there has been a lot of information suppression down there, thanks to those general rascals at the US military and whatnot. And there is stuff buried, especially in Bermuda, the island of Bermuda.
Uh-huh.
Shit happens there.
Oh, fuck. It's Bermuda. That's where it is. That's one of the spots.
I wonder what the fuck you were talking about, but Bermuda.
Off the Florida Keys.
Yeah. You know it. So, stuff happens there that...
Bermuda in the Florida Keys. Man, I'm fucking discovering it as we go.
What a whole new world.
Yeah, there we go.
So here we are. We're in Bermuda. Back in the 90s. And one day, there is a shipment coming in. Everything gets shipped into Bermuda, as you'd imagine. Not much trade going on there. Everything needs to be brought in, making things expensive. So the general population tends to be celebrities and important people looking to stay away from the limelight. And they have a shipment.
It's a terrible color light, by the way.
It's a what?
Terrible color light. The lime one. Yeah, sorry.
That was great. That was as good as your first kiss. That's what that was.
That's good.
So, back in the limelight, Dylan. One day, a shipment of bananas came from Zanzibar. And everyone knows...
Those are terrible bananas.
Actually, Dylan, I'm fucking glad you said that. So... As I am a journalist and I have deep dove into everything about all of this story to get as factual as possible, here is a little factual blurb about bananas in Zanzibar. And this is copy and pasted from the internet, from a very factual source that I have verified 100 times over. Everybody knows about bananas, but on Zanzibar, a banana is not just a banana. On Zanzibar, they can be green, red, short, long, small, chubby, thin, hard, and soft. And that is what makes a Zanzibar banana or a Zam banana so special. They can be long, small, chubby, thin, hard, or soft. And that is not my words, Dylan.
Yeah.
You can take that to the bank. That is factual stuff. Zanzibarian Banarians, that is what. They are special.
Right.
They are magical. They are something maybe a bit strange. So the bananas were shipped to a local store, and there was a lone member of staff there for the evening. And she was a celebrity in the making. A young Gwen Stefani was working on her side job as she was in the midst of becoming the star and celebrity that we know today. Often, celebrities in training go to Bermuda because it's the place of celebrities, right? It's a high net worth area, and they can go there, pledge their ways and their worth, and, Bermuda Triangle, Illuminati, it's a triangle thing, right? It all links together in some convoluted way, I'm sure. And a source that I've spoken to directly was working at the time, and as they were leaving, they asked Gwen Stefani, what are you putting out tonight, Gwen? What are you stocking? And she said, this shit is bananas. And off he went. Verified. True story.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name the guy. Don't want him getting shit. But she said, this shit is bananas. No spelling.
No.
Just bananas.
No,
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't get ahead of yourself. So there is young Miss Stefani putting out these Zanzibar bananas. And then she heard these muffled noises. What could this be, Dylan? What could this be?
Bane. Right? He's ruffling in the bush.
He gets a lot of mention on this podcast, Bane. He really does. Tom Hardy's a handsome man. She lifted up the banana and turned to her, and it said, "The fuck you looking at, asshole?" Bananas in Zanzibar, they're not very friendly at the beginning. She gasped and dropped it to the floor. She thought, should I holler back, girl? Because, hey, I'm just a rich girl, she thought.
That's funny.
And she ain't gonna holler back, girl.
Okay.
She ain't holler back. The banana piped up. "Hey, doll, I'm in a bit of a split here. Can you help a banana out?" He sounded like that before, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, sure.
And Gwen, she picked up the banana once more and finally faced it. Now, the banana had no facial features, just a voice. Okay, so she's looking as what she can imagine is a banana. And he looked at her and says, "Hey, broad, thing is here..."
I'm from New York.
No, I'm a Zanzibarian banana. If it sounds like I'm like anything, it's up to you, right? I'm a Zanzibarian banana. Hey, broad.
Oh, yeah, from the Bronx.
Can you help me and my fellas out here with just a bunch of magical bananas? Just trying to make a cut of it, you know? And we want to make Bermuda our home because we know we can get away with it. Can you help us out? And she says, "Go on then." And she takes this gaggle of bananas and takes them to the local town hall. Now, what, you're looking confused, Dylan? What's to be confused about?
Well, in all honesty, a gaggle.
Yes, it's what you call a group of alive bananas. If they are not alive, then they are just a bunch of bananas. But as soon as they are sentient, they become a gaggle, which is the plural of a geese also, but they are very closely related genetically. Bizarre, I know, but they do both have a penchant for trouble. And that is what links them genetically.
Okay.
But not the standard banana, that would be stupid.
Yes.
But the sentient live banana is very genetically close to a goose. Hence, the bunch of bananas when they are not live becomes a gaggle when they are live. I hope, does that clear it up?
Yeah. It's not like the word gag got me and then banana and then... Yeah, sorry, anyway. But please continue.
I did notice the table rise slightly on that side of the table, so you did go on your laptop very quickly after it. So
I apologize. You really committed for that?
Well, that is getting some airtime today. We need to put some social media so we put that clip up with it. So,
order it.
Anyway, Dylan, you're interrupting my journalism because this is a true story. You need to know. So she takes this gaggle of bananas and she takes them to the local town hall. This is where everything is governed. And interestingly enough, the house or the councillors of Bermuda are also their national cheerleading team.
Wow, what a coincidence.
There's not a lot of people on Bermuda, so a lot of people have to,
have to lean towards cheerleading as their national sport.
Okay, the guy who tarmacs the road, okay, also does the high jump, for example.
Wow.
Okay, it's just their top cyclist there, okay, actually does pap smears. So everyone does a bit of something of the other, right? Everyone gets in together, and unfortunately for the pap smear guy, he gets it confused and he ends up putting a pump in there by accident and then, but everyone forgives it, we move on. Que sera, sera. So she goes there and Gwen, with the gaggle of bananas, says, "Look, council and cheerleaders, we must stand up for live sentient banana rights. We need to make sure that they are looked after." And they look at each other and go, "What's that, Miss Stefani gone crazy?" She goes, "Look, they are alive." Yeah, what are you looking at, cheerleaders? We're just some bananas over here. Just want some, a bit of help over here, huh? The classic Zanzibarian accent.
Yes.
Which doesn't sound like anything else. That's what a Zanzibarian banana sounds like. And they are dumbfounded. They don't really think that they should be able to come over here and take our jobs as they thought the bananas may do. I don't know why I said that. But hey, I didn't say that. This is journalism, and I'm only taking from my sources that have said that I will not name because I don't want to get them in trouble. So,
Sure.
Gwen stood up to give a speech. She looked at them all. I heard that you were talking shit, and you didn't think that I would hear it. People hear you talking like that, getting everyone fired up. So I'm ready to attack. Gonna lead the pack of bananas. Gonna get a touchdown. Gonna take you out. That's right. Put your pom-poms down. Getting everyone fired up. A few times I've been around that shop floor, so it's not just gonna happen like that. Because I ain't no hollaback girl. I ain't no hollaback girl. Let me hear you say, this shit is bananas rights. BANANASRIGHTS. This shit is bananas rights. BANANASRIGHTS. And like that, the crowd cheered. Excuse me, sorry, I'm so excited by the journalism. They demanded rights. They demanded rights for the Zanzibar bananas. And ever since then, anything that holds the banana name in Bermuda will be taxed and be paid to the Zani bananas. So, just so you know, and this is again hush hush, this is tight journalism, so you wouldn't know this, but things like banana boats in Bermuda. Every single time you ride a banana boat, a little bit goes to the Zam bananas. You know, that fun inflatable big boat thing you get fucked off in the air and flung around? Tax paid to the bananas. So, some people have dodged this and now they call them cucumber boats. So, each to their own. Mm-hmm. The banana split, if you enjoy that on a delicious dessert in the evening, you pay the tax to the Zam bananas. Banana Republic, the clothes shop for emos. Okay. I believe. Yeah. I think it is for emos. Yeah. So. Tax paid to the Zam bananas. Bananarama, on every play from the 80s band Bananarama, you pay tax to the Zam bananas. And Banana Magazine, which is a lifestyle and culture magazine centered around all things Asian, you have to pay tax to the Zanzibar bananas. And that's that, Dylan. That is where it's a completely factual story, and that is where we see banana, noises, and Gwen's wonderful activism to get banana rights in Bermuda for the Zanzibar bananas, which, just to remind you, they can be green, red, short, long, small, chubby, thin, hard, and soft. So there we go, Dylan. That is the Gwen's quest to get
activism.
Banana rights, and that's what we've seen in she's made some money from it in songs that she took from that night. She does indeed holler back girl,
and now she is a rich girl. Even more so.
No. So if you actually re-listen, it is banana. And if she had all the money in the world, she would be a wealthy girl who would then pay some tax to the Zam bananas if she used anything of their name. Banana. And I had all the money in the world. That was incredible. 3-word stories. So, Dylan, next time, we will be looking at a place you would never go again. Capiche? Capiche. So, thank you very much to everyone who listened. Please share and stay tuned to next week's on 3-word story.